following a black bear on the Beaverfoot. I think it notices us and is getting uncomfortable. What, John?
Tell you later. I think it's okay.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with that. Not doing nothing to bug the bear. See, it's even eating. Doesn't mind.
Yeah, it came across some raspberries. Maybe I should shut the engine off.
Yeah, go a bit closer. Go right beside it. Well, I think this bear might be used to people.
Just wait out. Thanks. And you? It's my brother. There's the bear. What's it eating?
Yeah, what's it eating?
Maybe, I was going to town eating something. Doesn't seem to be bothered by us one bit.
Completely ignoring us, like we're not even here.
Yeah.
Doesn't give a hoot.
Doesn't give a hoot if we're here or not. See a bear. Going into the fireweeds.
Might actually be going beside the road right now.
Okay.
Can you still see it?
No, I don't see it anymore.
So I might have to head back.
So we come across the bear again. It's beside the road. We're in our vehicle. I'm shooting out the passenger window.
Well, show yourself in the mirror. Well, you're right beside the mirror. Show yourself filming.
Okay, you can see me, see the camera on the rear view mirror. I'm in the vehicle. Okay, Wapta Falls from the other side. We've never been to this side before. Kind of obscured from the trees and such. What?
Yeah, the ground is kind of slippery because of rain.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing over to my brother now.
The ground has kind of like a slippery coat to it after some rain. So you don't want to get close to that edge there because it goes straight down.
Yeah. Anyway, Wapta Falls, we're gonna head lower down and maybe get a better viewpoint. This viewpoint is obscured. Cool. Anyway,
Yeah, never been on this side before.
Yeah, I'm unstable now, and I feel precarious. I'm going to turn the camera off. There's the river valley, and I'll swing over to the falls. The falls. Right above the falls. Cool. Oh, look at that power of the water. Very cool. Wapta Falls, my brother looking at it. Cool. It's still obscured by trees and stuff. Anyway, if for some reason it looks less impressive through the video viewfinder of a camera, it looks so much more immense and more impressive with the naked eye, but still beautiful. Very impressive falls. Power of that water. It's immense. Zoom in a bit more. Bear running away. We came across a bear. Now it's running.
But it took time to get the camera out.
Took time to get the camera out, but we're a lot closer.
There she goes, running around the corner. That is one bear who's not used to humans. Now, there she goes around the corner. And
Yeah.
here I am. I'm wearing my funny hat because I'm out in the alpine.
Yeah.
This is better than the $70 OR Sun Runner cap.
Yeah, funny hat, but it's super coverage. We got the Sunrunner hat too, the Outdoor Research Sunrunner hat, which we wear when we're around people.
And we discovered another positive thing with this hat. See how my sides of the face are covered? And my neck is covered. And I have nothing against spraying this hat with DEET. So you take the hat out, you spray it with a lot of DEET, then you can put this hat on. There's lots of mosquitoes around, and you're completely left alone by mosquitoes. Mosquitoes do not go into here. They will not go directly towards your face. So your sides, back, completely protected. It makes the best effective mosquito protection I know, versus people who take DEET and squirt it all over their face and get it in their mouth and their nose.
And they're oblivious to the toxins.
Yeah, I do not want to put DEET sprayed all over my face or my skin. And this works even better than spraying it on your skin.
Anyway, a bear, we encountered a bear. I should mention on the road that we're camped on, we've come across bears numerous times, but I couldn't get my camera out quick enough.
Yeah, almost every day yesterday. We were walking back to camp and we saw a cub running along.
Yeah.
So the mother must have been
Close
there,
by.
and couldn't get the camera out in time.
Yeah, anyway, and we're seeing bears almost like on a daily basis.
Daily basis on this road, yes. On the road we're camped. This is the adjacent road to where we're camped. Oh yeah, mention of the blood glucose reading I had this morning.
We got a whole video on that.
Yeah, a whole video on that, where I had 2.6 millimolars per liter, which is about less than 47 milligrams per deciliter for you Americans, which is a very low blood glucose reading. And but I'm very keto adapted, and I do well with ketones. I found out that there's genetic variation among people, and I have the genetic variation where I have no impairment to something called FGF21, which makes individuals that do not have any impairment to FGF21 and have an overexpression of FGF21 are very suited the keto diet and fasting, which I apparently am.
This is our campsite, about 30 kilometers from Golden, off the back road. There's a tent all set up, using like shopping bags for securing the tarp. The Jeep. Just having breakfast.
And I woke up this one. You should do this as a separate video.
Okay, I'm just showing breakfast, and then my brother's gonna later on take his blood glucose reading before breakfast, and then I'm gonna film that. I'm just showing breakfast and stuff. Having cheese, wheat germ, hemp seed, half a lemon, and probably a reducio later on. And okay, shortly my brother will be taking his blood glucose a second time, because the first reading was unusually low. It was 2.6
millimolars per deciliter.
Millimolars per deciliter,
which for the U.S. is
47.
Under 47.
Yeah, for the U.S. Audience, it's under 47, which is unusually low. If that was taken by someone who isn't keto adapted, they would have to, they might go into a coma, okay, and be rushed to emergency. But because my brother and I are keto adapted, no effect, don't feel anything, have had these readings before without any adverse consequences, but that's an extremely low reading. My brother's blood glucose meter was flashing red, like a warning. Okay, but now I'll turn the camera off, and when my brother's ready to take it again, we'll take it again, just to confirm that was a accurate, proper reading and nothing went wrong.
Now this morning I got up, I decided to take my blood glucose because we did a long evening walk after supper, and I was surprised by my blood glucose reading. I had 2.6 millimolars per deciliter, which is for the US under 47. It was 46.8 milligrams per deciliter, which is quite low. And if you're not keto adapted, you would be in trouble, because that's a very low reading. And my blood glucose meter was had a red indication again, indicating that was giving a warning that the blood glucose is too low. But since I'm keto adapted, I feel totally fine. I feel no effects. There's no confusion. There's no like weakness. I'm completely adapted. If I should actually take my ketone levels too, which I will do. So we'll have I'll first take my blood glucose again to confirm it, to see if it again reads about 2.6, and then I'll show you the results. I'll show you the meter. So I'm about to do it. I'll prick my finger. Put this into my blood glucose monitor. It's counting down. 2.8.
Okay, let me zoom, hold that up so I can zoom in. .8.
And you notice it was, it did have red. It did. Now the red is gone, but it's 2.8.
Okay, you want me to zoom in?
I'll do the conversion on my phone right now. So 2.8 is about 50.
Okay, let me, don't get close, because you get close it won't focus. Oops.
Well, it's about 50 milligrams
50.4 it says, right?
No, it says 2.8 millimolars per deciliter.
Yeah, and the below it
is 50.4.
That's what I said.
Yeah, 50.4 milligrams per deciliter.
Okay.
Which is the U.S. Unit of measure.
Okay, there you go. Very low blood glucose reading.
The earlier one I took, the first one I took was 2.6.
Yeah. So this is just the second time to confirm the first reading was accurate, and it was. This is just out slightly from the first reading.
Yeah. Well, actually, it's millimolars per liter or something. It says, but that's the Canadian.
Okay, I'll focus in out again. Don't get close because the camera can't do that. 2.8. That's the reading. Millimolars per liter.
Yeah, and the conversion actually does say millimolars per liter.
Okay.
To milligrams per deciliter.
Okay, I think I have it. Okay.
Okay, that's a very low reading.
Extremely low. If you were not keto adapted, that would be possibly an emergency situation.
And as you can see, we're having breakfast.
Yeah, having breakfast right now. This one rabbit keeps hanging around our campsite, and the Beaverfoot has lots and lots of rabbits. There's like lots of these brown rabbits everywhere. And this rabbit just hops around our campsite all the time. Plus there's a whole bunch of other rabbits all over the place. There must be like thousands and thousands of rabbits around here. Anyway, there's this semi-tame rabbit.